So welcome to the Bear Cave. This is a place for me online to be able to share my various interests. You know, basically like a man cave, but online. And I call it my Bear Cave. Anyway, so some of the things that I've been interested in, I like watches, I like shoes, I like trivia, and a lot of other things. And, one of the things that I'd like to share this time around is about boots. So in the last few years or so, I've gotten some pairs of Red Wings. So I have a Beckman boot, one or two Moc Toes, and one Chukka boot that I really love. And here where I live in the Philippines, they tend to be coming at a pretty penny. So in a recent trip to Japan, while going around various stores there and looking at boots with really no intention of buying, especially I was looking at some Danners, I was looking, of course, Red Wings, even some DMs, but one sort of brand caught my eye. It was reasonable enough for me to sort of plunk in, and it was within my budget. So I'm talking about GT Hawkins. So apparently, after doing some research, this was a shoe manufacturer that was founded in 1850 by George Thomas Hawkins. That's why GT Hawkins. Primarily out of England. Their original factory was somewhere in Northampton, and they were known for producing riding boots for the Queen. Then they also were part of the supply chain for the military, so they were making military boots. This was looking at some notes here that they were making it for the British military during the Boer War. Also, they made boots during the First World War and the Second World War. They even had a chance to supply boots used by the team to ascend Mount Everest in 1953. Then somewhere right around 1995, apparently GT Hawkins kind of stopped operations, but it seems that it's still alive and kicking and pretty popular in Japan. So moving to this particular purchase, I was able to buy myself a relatively affordable boot from GT Hawkins in Japan, which cost something like 12,000 yen. Right. So here's what it looks like on the inside. A lot of Japanese text. I think this could be care instructions. Right. Set that aside over there. And here's the boot. It's pretty. It's a dark brown color. Let me see if I can sort of find it there. So it's a 6-inch mock, dark brown. It's a size 10 US, and apparently this is sort of the largest you can find, right? So I'm a size 10 US. Right. Let's set this aside very quickly. So this is how the boot looks like. Haven't worn it yet, but I'm sure this is going to give me a break in pains. Right, so it's Moc Toe. It's a half sole like a Beckman, if you're familiar with Red Wings, wherein it's leather right here. It's not a full sole, rubber sole that's covering, and looks to be Goodyear Welted. Difference with sort of the Red Wing kind of things, as you can see here, there's sort of two lines of stitches. where in Red Wings it would be triple stitch, right? So this is how the inside looks like. The leather is fairly thick, but I would say it's not as thick as your typical Red Wing. Right, I don't know if you can get it inside. So it says this is the model number, the size. It's made in Myanmar, so not necessarily made in Japan, but looks pretty decent enough. The footbed doesn't seem to be leather. I don't know if you're able to see that right there. Let me just sort of try and pop out this thingamajig. The laces, I mean. So you can sort of take a look at what's on the inside. Right. Let's pop it out here. I can just relace them later. So, right. So it's the tongue, unlike your Red Wing, which is sort of one piece all the way up. It's stitched. I don't know why they did that, but it is stitched. The gusseting is right over here, but there's a stitch right in between there, right? So the inside, let's see if I can take, it's not like a full leather insole. It has some foam insoles in it, right? Seems to be a pretty decent enough boot. I don't know if there's a chance that this can be resoled, but it looks to be something that you can do, considering it's a Goodyear welt. There's not a lot of flex on it right now, so I can say probably breaking these shoes in will be a big pain. Right, but overall I think it's pretty decent. Seems to be well made. I'm just hoping that the break-in period will not be as bad as I think it would be. Alright, so here's a quick unboxing and a first look at a GT Hawkins 6-inch Moc Toe boot with a half sole design. It's pretty good buy, I would say, considering that Red Wings in Japan would be probably 20,000 up to 30,000 yen, and I got this for half the price at around 12,000 yen. Alrighty, thanks, and I hope you enjoyed this quick video. And I'm looking forward to bringing more content to you guys here on the Bear Cave.